Again, we are reactive, that means.
I mean,
Your words,
no,
Dr. Jaishankar.
no, not at all. Look, they are the bigger economy. I mean, what am I going to do? As a smaller economy, I'm going to go pick a fight with a bigger economy.
Back in the day, it was India's strong relations with the Soviet Union, a fellow communist bloc, that made China look upon India with the eyes of fraternity, not enmity. Yes, there was a moment, a window, a possibility, but that window slammed shut in 1962 when war broke out, a war that changed everything. Since then, we've never gone back, never rebuilt that bridge. And what we have now is not just an estranged neighbor, it's something more dangerous, a deeply embedded alliance between Pakistan and China. Let's not mince words, this is a two-front war scenario. That's the real battlefield map India must now consider, and recent history speaks volumes. During Operation Sindoor, Pakistani forces received real-time military support from China. Covert but undeniable. China didn't just watch, China stepped in with both feet, quietly, decisively, and ominously.
But please understand that India's biggest foreign policy challenge has been to keep Pakistan and China separate. And I said here that I am sad to say that you have destroyed the single biggest, most important goal of Indian foreign policy. China and Pakistan are fused like this. Okay? Now let me tell you what that means. Well, let me tell you what that means. It means, sir, अगर आप समझना चाहते हैं मैं समझा दूंगा थोड़ी देर बाद.
Please.
समझा दूंगा सर.
Please,
मैं समझा दूंगा तो बैठ जाएंगे सर. Don't worry, I'm ready to do it. What happened actually, the truth of what happened, because I have to say that. What happened is that the government of India thought they were fighting Pakistan. And when they arrived, they suddenly realized that they were not fighting Pakistan, they were fighting China and Pakistan. Meaning that the Pakistani army was attached, Pakistani Air Force was attached to the Chinese Air Force. And not only that, the doctrine of the Pakistani Air Force was completely changed. The information available to the Pakistani Air Force was completely changed. And the Chinese were feeding information, critical battlefield information, satellite information, targeting information to the Pakistanis. And if you don't believe me, one second. If you don't believe me, General Rahul Singh, during a FICCI event, May 11th, when the DGMO level talks were going on, Pakistan actually was mentioning, we know that you such and such important vector is primed and ready for action. I would request you to perhaps pull it back. And he says, so it is very clear they were getting live battlefield inputs from China.
So, should India strike? Should it retaliate militarily? Let's pause. Let's think like a nation, not like a crowd roaring for blood. Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar said it plainly. You don't pick fights with economies bigger than your own. That's not cowardice, that's strategic maturity. And let's not forget, when 20 Indian soldiers were killed during the Dalwan Valley clash, the Western media erupted, pushing India, nudging India, baiting India into war. But even then, despite a nationalist wave and boiling public anger, the Indian government chose de-escalation. That decision, difficult as it was, prevented catastrophe. Yet here's the paradox. Narendra Modi deserves credit for not dragging India into a war in 2019, but he also carries the burden of pulling Pakistan and China closer together than ever before. As Rahul Gandhi sharply observed in Parliament, a core tenet of Indian foreign policy was to keep Pakistan and China separate. Now, they are joined at the hip.
You can ask anybody who understands the single biggest strategic goal of India's foreign policy has been to keep Pakistan and China separate. This is fundamental for India. And what you have done is you have brought them together. Today, do not be under any illusion. Do not underestimate the force that is standing in front of you. Do not underestimate the power that stands in front of us. Do not underestimate it. You have brought Pakistan and China together, and this is the single biggest crime that you could commit against the people of India. China has a clear vision, and I can clearly see.
And in this unfolding crisis, India sought the embrace of the United States. But history should have been a warning bell. The US shunned Pakistan, the US turned its back on Europe, even Canada, a neighbor and ally, was pushed aside. So here's the question. Should India sacrifice its eastern neighborhood just to be closer to a partner that changes loyalties with election cycles? It's already costing us. India now finds itself diplomatically isolated, unable to buy Russian oil freely, pressured to ditch Iranian crude, criticized for purchasing Russian defense equipment even though Russia has long been our trusted military partner. And while New Delhi's corridors remain defiant, our sphere of influence is shrinking. Nepal drifts, Maldives leans, Bangladesh balances, Sri Lanka teeters. The subcontinent feels less Indian. So what's the way forward? India needs realpolitik, not reaction. It must stop projecting toughness for television and start engineering strategy for decades. Narendra Modi must listen now, not to applause, but to advice. Take a page from Rahul Gandhi. Do not let the China-Pakistan nexus solidify further. Because when India stares at its northern frontier today, it isn't just seeing mountains and valleys, it's seeing the contours of a potential superpower, one that sits across the border, silently calculating.